Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to take a look at what is healing and improving in your life. So if you have not as of yet chosen a card or a crystal on the table, by all means please go to the beginning of the video. There are timestamps down below in the description box where you can go directly to the portion of the video that's going to give you an up close and personal look at what you see on the table here. There's a picture clip and a video clip, both in silence. It's so that way you're undisturbed during your selection process. You can pause where necessary during that portion of the video. Take as much time as you need in order to choose. And let's say during your selection process, you feel led to pick more than one card or crystal on the table, by all means. Always listen to your intuition. Pick more than one if you feel it's going to give you the most out of this reading. These readings are indeed timeless. So whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there may indeed be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are general. Can't possibly expect them to connect with each and every one of you that watches. Although I hope you manage to find a message here, but if you don't, maybe before you click off my channel altogether, have fun exploring. I have a playlist of other pick-a-cards you can choose from, all different topics: spiritual, love, career, birthday messages for your birthday month. I even have daily card readings. So have fun exploring. There could be something else in there that has what you're looking for. And let's say if all is said and done, you've explored my channel, you realize maybe I'm not the reader for you. That is okay. I trust that the universe will guide you right and true, and it will guide you to the messages that you need for confirmation on your journey, because that's how the magic works. And I trust that the magic will always guide you right and true. So with all that being said, Star Family, I'll go ahead and leave you here, and I will meet you directly at your reading of choice. Pile number 1, we have Amethyst here as your crystal of choice, and this is your card. There is a message on the back of this. I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading. First, I want to get more cards on the table. So we're looking at what is healing and improving in your life. So let's see, what's healing and improving for you? 3 cards. All right, there's 2. Let's see. All right, so we have the Ace of Cups, the Sun, whoa, and the 6 of Swords. That's pretty darn awesome. All right, so first of all, what's healing and improving in your life? Well, we have the card of healing here with the 6 of Swords. And we have Ace of Cups also, which speaks of renewal and rebirth. So we definitely know that life is healing for you, right? So what it's saying to me is your overall mental well-being is healing with the 6 of Swords. And also your heart space. So it's kind of like feeling like this alignment of mind and heart. That's what's improving and that's what's healing for you. Your love life with the Ace of Cups could also be improving, but it could also be speaking of self-love. So you're getting to a place in your journey where you're learning to love yourself more. Therefore, as you learn to love yourself more and have more compassion and care for yourself, you attract love into your life, right? You attract also new things. Your heart is healing and your heart is more open. So now the floodgates can overflow, right? And not only that, it's this cathartic feeling that the Ace of Cups is giving, right? It's like a cleansing and washing away of all the old stuff that was maybe clogging up your heart chakra and heart space. And it's like the debris is kind of like washing itself down the shore, right? And it's out of the way. So your heart space is opening up. So what this is telling me is that you're more receptive. That's what's healing for you. That's what's improving your heart. And excuse me, your overall well-being is more receptive and more open, right, to all the beautiful things that are coming your way. So the Ace of Cups brings new things because there's new energy. And the Sun is happiness, vitality, life force, right? And joy and success and good things. And it's also clarity. So what this is saying is that as you're healing of these old things and you're moving past them with the 6 of Swords, right, your heart space is open to receive these beautiful things that the sunshine and the sun energy brings in general. So not only healing, love for self, maybe love in your life, new blessings also. What's improving is your level of vitality or life force energy in general. So your energy could also be improving. You might feel more energized with the sun as well. So if you were experiencing something, let's say for instance, health-wise, and you needed this healing to finally come through and revitalize you, right? So you can feel yourself again. This is also what's healing and improving. It's a better sense of self, a better sense of health, more self-love and care for your being. And these things are actually giving you more vitality, more energy, more life force in general. Because you're not weighed down, right, anymore. And you're free. This is a feeling of freedom, right? Because you're free to go, free to move, free to be. And the Six of Swords is that beautiful energy where you're flowing, right? Freely flowing in the direction of your peace of mind. So as you heal, your happiness improves, your energy levels improve. Also, I'm feeling the vibe of like what you attract, right? The things that you attract into your life and welcome in is also what's improving, because the Ace of Cups is an open door and it brings new things in. So again, there's good things coming in. That's what's healing and improving. Better things are coming in, right? And these things are in alignment with the Six of Swords, with your peace of mind and overall well-being. Why? Because the Six of Swords leaves the past behind, turns the back on it, in order to move forward into the future with more peace, calm, wellness, wholeness, and healing. So your overall state of well-being is improving and healing, and then this makes you, or puts you really, in a positive position to attract new things with the sun that are going to bring you upgrades, is the feeling, right? Success, happiness, joy, vitality, restored and renewed energy, healing, a rebirth moment, okay? Things happening and going a lot smoother for you, because the Six of Swords can talk about smooth sailing. So if there was, again, any tumultuous energy with the Six of Swords that you're leaving behind, if you got out of a rough patch, no matter what the area of life it was, right? This is telling me that you're moving into a more peaceful, calmer territory, or peaceful sense of well-being, where everything is just in alignment the way that it should be, right? And the sun is indicating happier times ahead, right? So it kind of feels also to tell you not to mourn the things that you are leaving behind, or that chapter in your journey that you are with the Six of Swords traveling away from, because the sun is opening you up to brighter, bigger, better things. And a life that's a lot more peaceful, whole, and happy. Excuse me, I'm having trouble. Mercury retrograde is kicking my butt, by the way. Always happens. So like, I feel like I'm getting like choked up in my throat chakra. And it's weird because right before I started, I also had like a really strange ringing in my ear. So I don't know if there's like energetic stuff going on right now overall during this time, but I'm feeling a lot of weird things. And that's one of them. It's like I'm feeling like a little choppy in my throat, and then the weird ringing that's unfamiliar. It's like I've had it before, but not like this. Like this is different. So again, that could be, that could be the energetic upgrades we're talking about with the sun, right? It could be energetic upgrades, not just, in your physical or in your love life or in your mental, right, mindset with the Six of Swords, but it could also be in your energy. So it's like an energy upgrade, or, and it's kind of like reminding me of that, right? The upgrade could be energetic with the sun, especially. So that could also be what's healing and improving. So again, I felt that right before I started your reading and whatnot. And that's why I'm bringing it up. Okay, it might relate to some of you, maybe it won't. And if you guys are feeling any like strange ascension symptoms right now, like I am, please let me know in the comment section, like what you're feeling or experiencing, because it helps collectively to help us understand what's going on, to help relate, right? Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy when I'm feeling these weird things, and I know it can't just be me, right? So if you could let me know in the comment section, right, to help not only me, but maybe other people who watch and come across these videos, maybe they can, relate and have a sense of kind of like comfort, right, to know that they're not going nuts. Anyway, off topic, but the feeling here is that things are just overall improving. So you can feel also the feeling is relief, right? Because now that the debris, the old debris, you're moving past that's moving out of the way. The old cycle is kind of closing out, and spirit is kind of like opening you up to receive new things. All that debris is washed away, and you're feeling a sense of wholeness, happiness, healing, renewal. The feeling is also what's improving is your overall feeling of like self, like you're just a totally different version of you, new person at this point. A restoration of the energy that maybe was lost in the past. It kind of feels like it's being restored back to you. So I don't want to sound redundant or anything. Sorry if I'm repeating myself and I feel like I'm all over the place communication wise. But again, I'm going through it right now with this, not only Mercury retrograde, but also the feeling of like these downloads and energetic like shifts that I'm experiencing. And at the same time, I'm trying to like cope with that, but then also bring the reading too, right? Because I have a duty to fulfill to the collective. So anyhow, that's what I have for you. So expect better times ahead of you. That's what's improving and healing, right? The past is really gone and out of the way. You're shifting out of this energy and you're stepping into new energy that the universe wants to bless you with. And the Ace of Cups is indicating to keep your heart open and receptive now to receive these beautiful things taking place with the sun, because the sun is happy, good vibes all the time, right? Warm, happy, strong, beautiful energy, right? The sun is at your back. The sun is shining on you. Not only that, you're actually receiving clarity. Okay, that's what's improving, mental clarity, especially with the Six of Swords and the sun together. Mental clarity. A sense of direction, right? Because the Six of Swords is going places. It's going somewhere. It's travel. It's a card of travel and movement. So it's like a sense of direction, having a clear sense of sight in regards to where you're headed. And if you were confused about the journey at any point, right? The Six of Swords with the sun together as a combination is indicating that you will have a clear sense of direction moving forward. That's what's improving. You will know, okay? You will know what you're meant to do, where you're meant to go, and how things are meant to be. And you will just naturally, with the sun that reveals all things, right? What was hidden from you before, right, will now get revealed, so you have a clear sense of understanding and direction to continue forward. Right? Because these doors are open with the Ace of Cups now. Keep your heart open, right? Receptive. And I even want to say, like, keep an open mind, right? Keep an open mind as far as where this clarity is leading you, and also what it will be revealing to you. So also what's improving or healing is knowing what you didn't know, right? Finally knowing what you didn't know before, or what you needed to know all this time. I don't know why I get the vibe of also like receiving answers. Okay? Answers. Because the sun reveals things that the moon hides, let's say, in the shadows. The sun reveals things, makes everything clear. It brings enlightenment and clarity. So that's also what's healing and improving for you. A sense of direction and mental clarity. Feeling good. Knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, right? So expect your success. Expect the time of success. That's what's improving for you. Good vibes only. Okay, new love, new joy. A new sense of healing and wholeness. It's all yours. It's all yours. I want to see what this card says. Oh, wow. So it says power. Take hold of what you know is... Look at that. Take hold of what you know is yours. It's all... Like I said, it's all yours now. You're stepping into your power. And I think a lot of this, right, because it says power. Take hold of what you know is yours. I think you're stepping into your power now. You're realizing who you are. You've learned to love yourself through the process of whatever it was you were experiencing or whatever healing journey you were on. And it's this healing journey that you were on that's now opening you up to your blessings, opening you up to your good, moving you in the direction of them. All right, better times are ahead. Because you've done the work, you've done the healing, you've put that behind you. You've stepped into your power through the process of the healing. Right? Now you can expect your good. You can grab what is yours, right? You can take hold of what is rightfully yours, what is your divine birthright. What's your divine birthright, this is telling me, it can't be withheld from you at all right now. So what was kind of like hidden from you, right? I'll say what was hidden from you, the sun reveals it now. What you felt was, or perceived was, withheld from you at one time, right? The sun now reveals it and hands it to you with the Ace of Cups and allows you to move forward with peace of mind, knowing it's yours, right? Take hold of what you know is yours. This is your time to grasp what is yours, what belongs to you. Like SpongeBob. I don't know if you saw that episode of SpongeBob with Patrick and Squidward. Squidward went through a period of trying to heal himself. I guess he got into an accident or something like that. And for some of you, this could be talking about your health improving, right? Like I said, your health improving overall. Well, anyway, he was in a wheelchair and he was all tied up and bandaged and whatnot. And they were trying to go catch the jellyfish with a net. And Patrick was trying to hand him the net so he can go catch jellyfish with them, but his hands were bandaged and he couldn't grab it. And Patrick shoves the thing in his hand. I know this is terrible, me using this as a reference. Patrick takes the net and shoves it in his hand and says, firmly grasp it. Okay? And the reason why I know about SpongeBob is because my daughter grew up watching it. But anyhow, so we watched it together. But anyhow, this is like the universe saying, firmly grasp it. It's yours now. Okay. This is your time. Firmly grasp it. Keep your heart open and receptive to receive what is rightfully yours. This is your time. And you're moving in the direction of these beautiful things with the sun. Okay. So anyhow, let me stop ranting, but I'm grabbing the Goddess Guidance cards for you. So let's see what the final message is here for you, pile number 1 viewers. And again, I apologize for all my ranting, but let's see what we have here for you. Oh, no way. Look at that. Peace. There's no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. Remember when I was saying peace, right, with the Six of Swords? This is about you finding and moving into a place of your peace of mind. That is what it's improving and healing for you. So yeah, you're definitely moving into a place of finding your peace of mind, improved mindset, right? Improved overall well-being. And this is going to, again, align you with the things that are meant for you. Because the number 6 can talk about peace, balance, harmony, alignment, love even. With the Ace of Cups, definitely. But it's also, number 6 is a number in the tarot associated with the Lover's card, right? So again, it's about aligning with the things that are a vibrational match to you now that you've healed. And that is what is improving your overall well-being, emotional well-being, your mental health and well-being, your physical health and well-being as well, life force energy, and you feeling revitalized. So now that all that healing and debris is out of the way, the past is behind you, you can step into a period of your peace, good times, healing, happiness, wholeness, love, your personal power. And Spirit wants you to keep your arms open wide to receive. Keep your heart open and receptive to receive, and firmly grasp it, okay? Because, again, there's no need to worry. Everything is smooth sailing with the Six of Swords moving in the right direction for you. So, with all that being said, Star Family, choosing pile number 1, I will leave you here. Sending you much love wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. And to support this channel, I almost forgot. Like, share, and subscribe. Click the little bell for notifications so you don't miss out on future content. Want to take it a step further to support what I do? Please visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, amongst other things that I make on my free time with my 2 hands. I'm a very creative person. So pay me a visit to support my channel further. Take care of yourself. Again, always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose Spirit Quartz as your crystal. This is your card. There's a message on the back of that. I will make sure to incorporate that into the reading. We are looking at what's healing and what's improving for you. Pile number 2, viewers. What's healing and what's improving for you? Okay, what do we got here? All right, whoa, we have the Star, we have the Devil. That's a strange combination, but let's see what else we get. I need one more. Capricorn energy with the Devil card. The Star is Aquarius. And I know what this is saying already. And before I even pull that card over, I'm going to get into it because these are 2 major arcana, by the way. What this is telling me is that what's healing and improving in your life is the limitation, okay, and control when it comes to manifesting. So the Star can sometimes talk about our wish fulfillment. And sometimes when we're in the process of manifesting, we need to relinquish control. We need to just surrender and let it go. We set the intention, but we also have to release it in trust and belief that it will arrive, and that will, with the Star card, be directed right toward it, or led to it, guided toward it, divinely guided toward it. Sometimes we have to release control because human nature wants what we want, right? We want what we want right now, and we want it to unfold the way we want it to unfold, and we want to have control over it. You know, we want it to be a certain way. And oftentimes Spirit is saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know what you want. I took your order, right? I understand what it is that you desire, but I also understand the best outcome to make this happen for you. And I also understand the best format, right, to present it to you. So it's like it knows the recipe. In other words, it knows the best recipe to deliver this thing to you. And sometimes in order to allow Spirit to guide you in the direction of it, you got to let it go. You got to surrender the how, the when, the why, right? You got to surrender all those details because those details are not important. It's like focusing on the details of how it's going to happen also can hinder it. So the feeling here is with the Devil card is to surrender, right? What's healing is that you're surrendering these things, the control aspect, and you're just allowing Spirit to guide you with the Star energy, because the Star does speak of divine guidance and the way that our spirit team and the universe sends us signs and synchronicity to kind of like direct our path or give us messages of confirmation. Okay, so let's see what this card is. Oh yes, look at that. Wow. Okay, so you have 3 major arcanas here. This is no joke. All right. And this card, definitely Cancer here with the Chariot, in case you have these energies somewhere in your chart. But these are also energies you could just be taking off. But nonetheless, the Chariot falls very much in line with the Star and the Devil card. Okay. This is the Everyday Tarot, by the way. It's a mini deck. But it gives very powerful messages, by the way. And the monochromatic like colors, you wouldn't think that it would stir stuff in you, but it does. So I highly recommend this deck if you're wanting one that you can easily travel with. Speaking of travel, we have the Chariot. So again, the feeling is here, you are moving in the direction. That's what's healing, right? You are moving in the direction of your wish fulfillment with the Star. What's improving is your kind of like hyper focus on it. Okay. What you're releasing also, and what's healing, right, is what's improving is your control over it. You're learning to release and let go, and your hyper focus is waning. That does not mean though, okay, that you don't want it still, right? It doesn't mean that you don't desire it still. Of course you do. It's your wish fulfillment. That inspiration was placed there in your mind, body, heart, spirit through the divine, right, spark within you for a reason. Okay? The thing is that oftentimes we want to, again, we want what we want when we want it and the way we want it. And that's just the human condition, right? And we all experience it. But eventually we get to a point where we just say, we throw our hands up and we say, you know what? It is what it is. I know I'll get there eventually. I trust with faith, right? Faith and hope in the star. I trust with faith that spirit will guide me right and true in the direction of it. I surrender, I release, I let go. So I can feel at ease, right? That's the feeling. And these cards are definitely saying that's what's improving. That's what's healing. This hyper focus. You're more, I feel like, more relaxed. You are with the Chariot, right? What's also improving is, for one, the journey to the wish fulfillment. It's not as stifled is the feeling here, because the Chariot is indicating a lot of movement. Some of you could literally be traveling, right? The desire to move is also what's improving. So let's look at it from a literal perspective in a moment, okay? Some of you have the wish to move somewhere, relocate, geographically travel with the Chariot energy. And there have been things in your physical circumstance, environment with the Devil card that have been held up. Could be the powers that be, right? Whatever. Not very powerful to me, but you know what I mean, right? Countries can be held up. Travel can be held up. All that shit can be held up, right? So what's improving is that it's not going to be held up much longer. You will have the freedom to, with the Chariot, move. You're not going to be locked down to where you can't move in the direction of your wish. Geographically, let's say. Some of you, might, like I said, might want to relocate. But there's so much restriction with the Devil card around travel with the Chariot that you can't move in the direction of your wish fulfillment. It's like you don't have personal autonomy or whatnot, or sovereignty, right? To just go and travel and be, you know, like you're a freaking human and you can't, you can't do these things apparently, right? Well, what's improving or healing in your life is that restriction, lockdown is kind of being loosened up. The red tape being loosened up a bit, right? So you can move freely with the Chariot and travel. Also, the star energy, right, is your wish fulfillment. So it also is saying that, to me, with the Devil, the mindset toward it, any perceived limitations also are being removed from your life, because sometimes we can block our progress in the direction of our wish fulfillment when we are seeing life through the lens of limitation, okay? And that lens of limitation is what's healing for you. Maybe you're learning that things are possible, that you are possible, that it can be done. And you're, instead of looking at the world through a mindset or a lens of limitation and lack with the Devil energy, you could also be shifting your mindset and your vibration, right, to align with that of what you wish to attract. Therefore, you are kind of like, instead of, you're surrendering to the will of the universe at this point, right? And that frees you up. It also frees you up where you're not limiting how the universe can deliver it to you, because you're keeping an open mind toward what is possible. That's what's healing. It's like the frequency, the vibe that would normally put a blockage up because of perceived limitation, right? That wall of limitation or perceived limitation is kind of like crumbling. The feeling is here. And you're keeping an open mind as far as how the universe can deliver this wish fulfillment, which then actually removes the roadblocks towards your manifestations, your wish fulfillment, and your blessings. So then you can move toward it, because you're giving I don't know why I just got this word, but like a la carte. A freaking a la carte menu. Okay? Like, that's the weirdest thing, but that's what I just heard. It's kind of like, instead of telling the universe, oh, I want it like this, this, and this, right? Work within these parameters, right? What you end up doing is saying, okay, here's an a la carte menu. Choose whatever you want, Spirit. Make it however you wish it to be for my best good, highest interest, and best outcome, right? Like, it's kind of like giving carte blanche, right? I guess that's how you would say it. Giving the universe carte blanche. I hope this is making sense. Because I swear, like I said in the first reading, Mercury retrograde is kicking my butt. And it always does, because I have Gemini in my chart. Insignificant placements too. So anyhow, the feeling here is that you're giving the universe free reign to deliver, right? In any way, shape, or form that it sees fit for your best outcome. And when you kind of like free yourself up to just allow, right? The walls of limitation, lack, blockage kind of like get removed, and you end up flowing freely in the direction of your wish fulfillment, because these things are not in the way anymore, right? Sometimes we got to allow spirit space to move and align things for us in the right way, in the way that is best for us. We don't, because we don't always see the bigger picture. We don't always see the pieces, I guess, that lead us to the best outcome. But Spirit does. Spirit has that like wide angle lens. It can see everything. Top, bottom, left, right, front, center. It has all angles. And we can't always see every angle of a scenario or situation. We think we want something a certain way, but Spirit might say, that might not be the best way to go about it for you in this case. You see, but we don't know that until hindsight. That's why I always say hindsight is a gift. For that reason, we don't always understand why things happen the way they do, for the reasons that they do, until much later. And then we understand, and we're like, oh yeah, Spirit knew what it was doing, and why, and the timing of it also. Okay, so I feel like the Chariot is successfully moving in the direction of wonderful things, right? Because it does speak of success. Also, the number 7 itself is an energy of personal and spiritual growth. So on the road to, right, reaching your wish fulfillment, there's been a lot of growth for you. You've released a lot of limitations, a lot of things that maybe you were held up on, right, with the Devil card, because again, we can hyper focus on things, people, places, and situations of the past, and we can clog up our energy field with those things, and it kind of feels like those things are being freed up and you're being released from that. It could have been also a toxic relationship for you that maybe you were releasing and letting go of, and you're moving past that now. And now, as a result, and this is just as an example, but now as a result of freeing yourself up from that energy and the ties that you had to that energy, right, you're moving in a very positive and successful direction with the Chariot, and you're actually leaving those things in the dust. Because the Chariot energy is one of those cards that moves forward. It doesn't have time to look back on the past anymore. It doesn't. It's left that in the dust, because all it is like a future focused card. This is about me focusing, let's say, for instance, me focusing on the future and I'm not looking back, right? That's the energy of it. So this is about you taking that on and realizing, I'm headed towards the future. I don't got time to look back, right? There's too much ahead of me over here with the Chariot. I can't let things, people, places clog up my energy field and get in the way of what is meant for me with the Star, right? So that's the feeling here. You're releasing these restrictions, these limitations, these blockages, these things from the past. That you were held to or tied, your energy was caught up in, right? Maybe soul ties for some of you. You're cutting those ties. And as a result of healing that and cutting those ties, you're free to move forward in the direction of your wish fulfillment. And you're being divinely guided there now. Your spirit team is looking out for you, because I don't know, I'm getting vibes of protection, okay? It's feeling like your spirit team was looking out for your best interest this whole time. And you had to free yourself up of that energy for your own well-being and protection, because it might have been toxic, it might have been unhealthy, whatever it was. There might have been some maybe unhealthy patterns in your mindset, in your vibration, in a connection or situation with somebody else with the Devil card, that was clogging up your potential in a sense, right? And in order for you to truly be forward and or truly move forward and be your fullest and achieve your fullest potential with the Chariot card, you had to clear and remove those things out of your life. And that's what's healing, that clog. Okay, it's like the plumber coming in and unclogging the sink so the water can flow freely. The water of the star, right? Because she does have the 2 cisterns in the star card, and the water is flowing. So we had to remove the clog in order for you to flow with the Chariot card, move in the direction of your success and your achievement. So that's what's healing. You releasing these things. The blockage is removed. Now, that's what's improving. And the feeling is here also, the pace is picking up as well with the Chariot. So I know it's not like an 8 of Wands, but the Chariot's giving me this feeling of like the pace is picking up and things are going to start moving forward fast and quickly now that this energetic clog is removed. Things are going to start picking up and moving fast in the direction of your wish fulfillment now that the clog is removed. You're harnessing your energy in the right direction. You're harnessing your focus in the right direction with the Chariot now. Your energy is in the right place. You've grown spiritually, right? That's what's improving your growth, your overall growth, your spiritual wisdom and well-being, like all these things energetically. Your spiritual energy has also improved. And now that it has, it's like, it's forward momentum. Things are going to start happening quickly for you in a positive way. And these things that you're moving in the direction of with the Chariot have nothing to do with the past. It's like the past has no say on where you're headed. It has no influence on who you're becoming and what you're meant to achieve moving forward. Like it plays no role. That is not you anymore. That is not part of your future. It's like that is really behind you now. You're free of that. So keep an eye out also. The feeling here is with the star, what's healing and improving. It's like the synchronization or the syncs, the serendipity. You might get a little bit bombarded with it. You might get more confirmation come through to you this way from spirit, more sign synchronicity coming through. Maybe you weren't getting that many. This also feels like the blockages are being removed so that way you can interpret them and you can connect the dots more than what you were able to before. And connecting the dots are also going to help move you in the right direction, right? Connecting the dots of these signs and synchronicities will also help move you in the right direction of your wish fulfillment. Whereas before, you might have just had so much going on and you might have been bogged down, tied down in an oppressive situation. Maybe even for some of you in a job that was kind of like holding back your potential. Because the Devil card can talk about an oppressive boss or oppressive work situation or being overworked and underappreciated. But, you know, if there was anything kind of like bogging down your energy in any way and would kind of like keep you from seeing your journey forward or seeing or putting the pieces together for yourself to kind of interpret, right, your path. That energetic block is healing and getting out of the way. Those things that once bogged you down won't have that power over you anymore with the Devil card. So that way you can figure it out, right? Because Spirit's always sending us signs and synchronicities to assist us. And sometimes we're so caught up in the everyday hustle and whatnot that we can fail to see the signs of synchronicities and make sense of our life and journey. Well, that's not going to be the case anymore. This now is cleared up and you will be able to make sense of what Spirit is laying down, okay, for you. So let's see what this says here. Whoa, it says resignation. Say goodbye to what you no longer need. Whoa. Okay, talk about the devil energy here, right? Letting go of those things that would kind of hold you back or hold you down or restrict your progress in the direction of the things that you have the potential to achieve, right? And also from your wish fulfillment. It's like Spirit wants to put you on the path to your wish fulfillment, but you had to get out of this energy first. You had to clear yourself of that first. You had to resign, right? How many people quit a job? Like, that's resigning. Or, you know, say I quit a relationship. You're resigning. Resignation, right? That's what I'm thinking of when I'm looking at that. It's like cyclamen, I think, is a flower, but it looks like crocus, but whatever. You're resigning. You're saying, I quit those things, people, places, and situations that hold back my energy. I'm healing of that. I'm removing myself of all those things so I can flow freely in the direction of what Spirit has prepared for me. Okay, so that's the feeling here. That makes perfect sense. So let's see if we can get a Goddess Guidance card to finish this out for you. Pile number 2. Final Oracle card for you. Okay. What do we have? Ooh, Rhiannon, Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Yes, now. Absolutely. Now you can. You always have been. But the feeling is here there was some kind of like, you know, muck over here with the Devil card and like mucky energy that kind of needed to get cleared out of the way. So that way you could, with the star energy, manifest your wish fulfillment. Right? So that way you could be a clear channel to manifest your wish fulfillment. And so that way your magic can flow. Absolutely. And now you could be and move in the direction of it, right? What's pretty cool is she's on a horse too. Yeah, I think this applies totally. So pile number 2, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. And you know what? You're also coming into your High Priestess energy, by the way, because I'm looking at that and she's giving me, it says Sorceress, so she's giving me High Priestess vibes. Anyhow, if you feel this is something connected for you, let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do, visit me on Etsy. Link to my Etsy stores down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there. Powerful tektite crystals like Moldavite Libyan Desert Glass. Moldavite sold out right now. I still have some Libyan Desert Glass left. But anyway, pay me a visit, support my channel that way as well. Beyond YouTube, take care of yourself and always keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose Carnelian for your crystal. And there is a message on this card here, and I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading. I want to get more cards on the table. We are looking at what's healing and improving in your life. So let's see. Pile number 3. What is healing and improving in your life, in your journey? All right, so we have 2 there. Let's see if we can grab one more. All right, let's see. Whoa, we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Temperance. Okay, so right away, your money is healing. Okay, your money is healing. Your physical overall well-being. Okay, your environment as well with the 10 of Pentacles. Your family life could also be healing and improving with the Temperance. Finding balance, right? But let's see. Wow, the 2 of Wands. Yeah, balance. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, the 2 of Wands is an energy of, I mean, number-wise, right? It's an energy of balance. And the 10 of Pentacles is like giving me this feeling, with the Temperance especially, is giving me this feeling of like your money mindset could be changing. The way that you view abundance is changing and healing, right? Because the 2 of Wands, the reason why I say changing or whatnot is because the 2 of Wands sometimes gives me the vibe of a shift. Okay. So I often look at this like 2 timelines. You have the future. You're kind of like somewhere in the middle between the future and the past. But you're on the brink of leaving the past into the future, right? So there's a change, there's a shift in timelines or trajectories. Okay. And what's healing is if there was any imbalances, okay, when it came to your money mindset, that is what's healing and improving. The old you, the old view that you had when it came to your worth, right? When it came to the way you look at money, things, and your material, that's shifting. That's behind you now. Because usually the Two of Wands talks, or when you see the artwork, it usually depicts in the Rider-Waite, it usually depicts one wand behind you and you have the other wand in front of you, you see? So there's this feeling of like leaving something behind to focus on what's, you know, what you can do up ahead. It's a card of planning, right? Planning for the next step in the journey. So what this is saying is that the way that you're looking at your journey is also what's healing and improving, right? And this is also telling me with the Temperance that you're finding this balance and alignment. You've done the inner alchemy to transmute yourself from the old way that you used to look at things to the new way of looking at things. This is a little different for me because I don't usually get like a paradigm shift from any of these cards, but I kind of am getting that vibe. Okay? There's a couple cards that give me that in the tarot. These aren't really that so much. However, the Temperance card, in this case, can talk about the inner alchemy, the transmutation, right? The healing work, finding that perfect balance and moderation, right? The inner alignment within that often takes place in order for us, right, to be a vibrational match with the things that we wish to build in our physical world. 10 of Pentacles. Two of Wands is, right, the world is your oyster. And what do they say? The world is your oyster and you're the pearl. I feel like you're realizing that now. That's what's healing and improving. Maybe at one time you didn't realize, again, you didn't know your worth, or you didn't realize how, you know, how valuable you are. You've done a lot of healing work with the Temperance. And maybe you're still completing it. You're still doing it, right? Because the Two of Wands, again, was giving me that feeling of like, you're like right there in that in-between space of the old and the new. And there's a timeline shift or split, maybe a paradigm shift for some of you, that you're working your way through right now. But it's to improve your mindset, okay? And your vibration when it comes to your overall material wealth, right? Well-being, physical environment with the 10 of Pentacles. Your family life could also be improving. Your finances could also be healing and improving with the 10 of Pentacles. This is a card of legacy and wealth and the foundation, right, that is built over time in order to have solid footing, solid ground. So if you were worried at any time of having, you know, having the ability to secure your abundance and prosperity, your wealth, your money, right? The 10 of Pentacles has everything it needs and then some, and it's money that's meant to last. So it's like you securing a foundation for yourself long term. So finances are improving, money mindset is improving. The way you look at money, right, and your earthly existence, I could also say with the Temperance and the 10 of Pentacles is what's improving. You could be shifting out of a poverty mindset, right, or a lack mindset into one of wealth, an abundance mindset. Maybe the Temperance is indicating that's what needed to be healed and transmuted. And you're going through that shift out of that old version of yourself that would have been stuck in lack and loss. You're shifting out of that, and the Two of Pentacles is putting you on another trajectory, right? Out of that old vibration and into the new. Into a state of balance and alignment so you can attract these things that you are indeed now realizing perhaps that you're worthy of. Your, again, sense of value and worth is what's healing and improving, as well as, you know, and once that improves, then obviously your outer world with the 10 of Pentacles starts to improve too. Fiscally, physically, And then the Ten of Pentacles is also an energy of solid foundation. So it's saying that, you know, your physical world is safe. Your physical environment is safe and protected. Your home is safe and sound. So these things are healing and improving too. So if there was any concern about your home, your finances, your career, right, your long-term well-being, right, Spirit is saying here, these things are improving. You're solid. Ten of Pentacles. You have a strong, secure foundation. You know, everything is looking strong. Those things in the past, right, where you know, you were maybe lacking that feeling of security or stability or, you know, well-being, like those things are healing and improving. So you don't have to worry about those issues anymore because you're stepping out of those issues where they're not going to be an issue anymore. You see, like it's going to be a non-issue pretty soon. The Two of Wands is also saying that you'll have the freedom to choose now moving forward. Right? So it's kind of like the number 2 itself can talk about decisions. The divine spark is what of inspiration is what the wands represent, right? The momentum and the ambition, the drive, motivation, and the way that Spirit inspires us into action. So the feeling here also is that what's improving for you is that if there was any struggle to kind of like take action on something to secure your future, right? What's improving is now the ability to do, the ability to move, the ability to act upon something that you're inspired with. This is strange. The feeling is here, if you have the ability to act upon it, it's because you removed those fears that would have kept you from it. Please let me know if that makes sense. That's what's healing. And now that you fear less, because those fears have been healed with the Temperance and brought into balance, right? You balanced your mind and your heart with the Temperance energy. You fear less. Therefore, whenever Spirit inspires you with something, you can now act upon it. You can now take action. And you can now freely, right? Because you're not fearing it, you can freely make plans with the Two of Wands and plan your trajectory forward. And if you were wondering if I take action on these plans with the Two of Wands, you know, I'm not so scared of trying or failing. So if I take action on these things, is it going to be solid? Am I going to be safe? Is it going to be stable? The feeling is here also, yes, for one, with the Ten of Pentacles, it will be. But the feeling here is also, what's improving is that you're not really worried about it. You know, like you're not caring so much because you're fearing less. So even though deep, you know, some part of you wants to make sure you're secure and stable, and another part of you also knows that you are. Do you see? Like, so even though you might question it slightly, because anything new that we're approaching or soon to take action upon or plan moving forward, it's new territory, right? It's a different trajectory than what we're used to. So naturally, our humanness is going to come in and say, is it, you know, I'm not scared, but like at the same time, I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing or going in the right direction with the Two of Wands, right? And yet a deeper part of you knows, yes, you are. You're solid, you're straight, Ten of Pentacles, right? Your higher self knows that it's all good. So also the feeling that this is giving me is like a solid sense of self, right? A solid sense of trusting oneself is also what's improving. Like maybe you didn't trust yourself to take these leaps or to make these decisions or take action upon something before. Like maybe you at one time you hesitated, but in this case, what's improving is that that hesitation really isn't there anymore. It's kind of like, or it's improving. You don't have it so much, or it doesn't nag at you anymore. So when you go to take action, inspired action upon something with the Two of Wands, you might think about it for like a split second, but you just follow Spirit's divine spark of inspiration instead, and you just roll with it. You just roll with it, and you will, you just trust that it's going to be all right. Because your inherent being, your inner being, your higher self, right? You've alchemized all those fears that would have at one time kept you from taking inspired action, or kind of kept you on the brink of it, but never really following through, you see? And now it's like, you wonder, but it's not enough to keep you from it. You know you're solid. You know you're straight. And there's also this feeling of, you know what? Spirit's going to provide for me. It's all good. I'm going to have everything I need with the Ten of Pentacles to take inspired action as I see fit. Operating from a place of less and less and less fear each time. Okay? Which is, man, that's a really invincible feeling, man, to have. Like if you got into that place, you should be very proud of yourself for that. Okay? Because it takes a lot of work for us to go through, right, to get to that point where we shed off those shackles of limitation, and allow Spirit to just work on our behalf and speak to us and us follow through without fear, right? We go through so much to transmute those things. And if you've done that work, you should be super proud of yourself. Right? The whole point is to fear less and not let fear get in your way. So let's see what this card says. Oh, what the heck? Courage, be brave, be strong, believe. Yep, that's the transmutation, right? Of the Temperance, to heal those things. Because sometimes there's fears around money, right? There's fears about can I do this? Can I take action? Can I move in this direction with the Two of Wands? Can I make this choice? Am I going to be safe in making this choice? Right? And it does take courage to follow through, like I said, to fear less. And to act upon your divine inspirations, inspired by Spirit, within you, right? To act upon those divine inspirations and not let fear get in the way. Some of us, including myself, have lived the majority of life in survival mode. That gets freaking exhausting. And it takes many walks, right, through shadow to transmute that mess and that muck. To get to a point where you can say, F it all, right? F it all to hell. I'm going to just follow through with my spirit, right? Well, Spirit is speaking to me. I'm just going to follow through it and it'll be what it'll be. C'est la vie, right? Que sera, sera, right? Like that kind of thing. I would use more expletives, but I'm not trying to get like banned from YouTube. But I usually say, oh, F it all to hell, right? Who gives a shit? I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to just follow my joy, follow my bliss, take those leaps of faith. I'm going to be brave. And you know what? I'm just going to let Spirit catch me. At this point, I don't care. That is the best feeling to have in the world. And you operate out of a state of bliss, delusion, maybe, trust, right? But who cares? Because nothing matters. Like, this is all, like, you get to a point where you realize it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all good. And that's a wild place to be. It is. but it's also very freeing and very liberating. So again, if you've gotten to that place, I'm super proud of you, because it takes a lot to get to that place. And it says, be brave, be strong, believe. Yeah. It's more or less, you're believing in yourself, sure, right? But you're also trusting in spirit at the same time. So it's like when you believe in yourself, you're also believing in spirit to help guide the way, to help lead you right and true, to hold you down with the 10 of Pentacles, to secure you. And it's just all about, right, being in alignment and operating from what they say, the path of least resistance, right? And that takes courage. Absolutely takes courage. So let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Aphrodite, inner goddess. Let me try to get focus. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah, with the Temperance, I could definitely see coming into your divine self. When you realize who you are and how powerful you are, and that you have, you have that spark of divine that's always dwelling within you, then it's like, you can't fail. You see? Because that would be like saying the universe, God, creator, spirit, whatever you want to call it, right? Goddess. That would be like saying that the goddess or God within you is not capable, right? Like the mantra, the prosperity prayer, Dr. Joseph Murphy, he says, I am born to win. I am born to succeed. The God within me cannot fail. Do you see? And that is stepping into your divinity and realizing this. And when you come into that awareness and you're kind of like connected to it, right? You understand there's no such thing as separation. So therefore, if God is within you and dwells within you, right? Then you can't fail. You can't fail. And with the 10 of Pentacles, you will be held down. It's okay. You're fearing less. That's what's healing. That's what's improving. You're fearing less and less and less and less and less and less. Right? Operating more and more and more out of a state of trust, in alignment with your divine inner self and being with the Temperance, and taking inspired action with the Two of Wands accordingly. All right? So this is your message. Pile number 3. I'll leave you here. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel if you want to take it a step further to support what I do. Visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, amongst other things that I create by hand on my free time. Even Tektite crystals like Libyan desert glass and Moldavite. So pay me a visit at any time. Take care of yourself and always keep shining. Pile number 4, you chose Aragonite for your crystal. This is your card. There is a message on the back of that. I'll be sure to read that for you. I want to get more cards on the table, though, before I pull that over. So let's see. Pile number 4, viewers. What is healing and improving in your life? Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get 3 cards. So you have 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have, wow, the Death card, the Knight of Swords, hold on, and the Two of Pentacles. Part of me wants to even look underneath the deck. The Hangman. And I'm going to grab from the top as well. Wow, we have the King of Pentacles. So, you're shifting out of a major cycle in the journey. Okay? What's improving is that this cycle of change, transformation, and metamorphosis, what's improving is that it's going to be behind you now. You're going to be able to put that behind you with the Death card. You're going to be able to kind of like push your way out of that cocoon, right? Your metamorphosis process that perhaps has been a little stressful with the Knight of Swords, or challenging. You're going to be able to push yourself out of that situation. That whole scenario is healing for you, and that is finally going to be put behind you. The Knight of Swords is an energy that oftentimes can, if it's not careful, can lose sight and focus, right? So what's healing and improving is your focus. At one time, if you ever lost your sense of direction or focus, right, you're getting that back, because you're closing out a major cycle with the death energy. You're ending something in your journey. That's also, as a result of ending it, will also help improve your sense of direction and or focus with the Knight of Swords. I also feel that it's going to relieve a lot of that stress as well, because now that is out of the way. So some of you might have been going through the shadow. So that's also what's healing and improving. You're stepping up out of the shadow, which will now that you're out of it, will improve your sense of clarity, direction, and focus with the Knight of Swords. And bring you more balance with the Two of Pentacles. Especially if you didn't know if you were going up or down, left or right. You know, with the Two of Pentacles, we can feel wobbly in the journey. We can feel like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Right? Again, the lack of focus, lack of sense of direction, right? With these two cards, that's what's healing and improving. Now that you're out of this is what improves. So that wobbly feeling of the journey is what's improving and healing. You're going to end up gaining a sense of stability. The King of Pentacles is giving us that. A stronger foundation that maybe was kind of like too much fluctuation in the journey, right? Things are going to settle down with the Two of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So that's also what's healing and improving. A stronger sense of self and stability in your overall personal well-being and environment. The ebbs and flows in the life, you know, of life, the ups and downs, the highs, the lows. It's like that a lot of fluctuation, right? From one day to the next, or from 1 month to the next. It's like so much. It's so much. It feels like so much change. I feel like for some of you picking pile number 4, you've gone through a lot of changes. A lot. All at once, it feels like. It seems like it's been a crazy ride. Because the Two of Pentacles is giving me the feeling of roller coaster. And the Knight of Swords is giving me the image of somebody on a roller coaster where it's like, you know, the force of the roller coaster is pushing them back in the seat, right? And their face looks all kind of like smushed. And their hair is blowing wild and free, right? It's like, you know, that roller coaster face. Well, what's healing and improving is that life isn't going to feel like so much of a roller coaster anymore. It's going to start to settle down. So that's what's healing and improving. All that wild fluctuation that you've been experiencing, all those crazy changes that you've been undergoing and experiencing in your journey. You know, because the Knight of Swords can talk about like speed, right? Impulse, stress. You know, it can feel a little chaotic, that energy, sure. Death card is also Scorpio, by the way. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus over here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm just throwing it out there. But these energies that have been a little wild, okay, it's going to start to settle down. It's going to feel, instead of a choppy water with the Two of Pentacles, right? Like this. It's going to feel like a lake instead of a crazy storm on the ocean. That's what's healing and improving. Things are going to start to smooth out and settle down. King of Pentacles is giving us that stable, grounded feeling. Whereas the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, you know, it's like, it's all over the place. The King of Pentacles comes in to settle things down and to stabilize what was all over the place. So if you're looking for stability in your journey and you're hoping and praying that things will start to calm down and make sense, you know, and things will start to improve in that way, this is saying yes. The wild fluctuations of your healing journey, maybe for some of you, or the wild fluctuations and changes you've been undergoing to transition from one state of being to another, or from one place to another, is healing and improving. I mean, because we can look at this literally too, right? Some of you have left something or someone with the death card, moved somewhere else, because the Knight of Swords can talk about movement, and maybe that move to a different place or location has been stressful. And there's been so much fluctuation in the process of moving from one place to another, one location to another. But pretty soon that process of that movement and change to a different place, a different location, new home, whatever it may be, is going to start to settle down with the King of Pentacles. And you will start to settle down and have a new foundation to feel at home in. King of Pentacles is at home in its surroundings. It's always secure in its surroundings. So again, your security is improving, your stability, your overall sense of well-being. Your physical environment is also improving, stable, your money safe, secure. You know, you're going to have all your needs met. So if any of you were stressed out about balancing your finances with the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, if you lost a job with the Death card, right? This is also saying that your money situation, the fluctuations of that are going to settle down and become more secure and stable, more prosperous, even with the King of Pentacles. The uncertainties that you were dealing with as you were undergoing some of these changes is what is healing and improving. You're not going to feel uncertain and I don't know anymore, right? Like that feeling of I have no idea where things are headed now with the Two of Pentacles. Again, all that fluctuation up and down from one day to the next, not knowing. You're not going to feel that much longer, because that's healing and improving. The King of Pentacles is solidifying it, grounding it, and keeping it safe. And the King of Pentacles is never hurting. He never hurts for a darn thing. He always has every need met and fulfilled. He's very prosperous and abundant and surrounded by beautiful things. Maybe even luxuries. So upgraded environment, upgrade to your finances, upgrade to your money, your career, your overall home life, okay? The Hangman underneath the surface can talk about non-action, right? I feel like over here there's been a lot of action. But the Hangman, right, kind of brings things to a standstill. And in some cases that's really good, because, you know, sometimes you want to feel centered, grounded with the King of Pentacles, so that way you can settle in, right, and kind of like gain perspective. At the same time, though, the Hangman energy can talk about things being held up. All right. So where things were held up, also, I could go so far as to say, is where things have been held up, causing the changes that you've been experiencing to become that much more unstable and stressful. Okay. What's healing is and improving is that those things aren't going to hold you up anymore. They're going to free you up to get past them, so that way you can, with the King of Pentacles, feel more secure. Because sometimes with the Hangman, we can feel caught up. And we can be kind of like sacrificing ourselves, you know, for people, places, and things or situations. And we're kind of like, you know, our desires and needs are kind of held up in the middle of a lot of shifts and changes we may be experiencing with the Death card. But I also feel like our blessings can sometimes get held up, right? As we undergo changes, transformations, and shifts with the Death card. Sometimes we got to step out of the shadow. We got to push our way out of that cocoon in order to reach our blessings and access them freely. Nonetheless, when we are held up by the hangman energy, that's a time for growth and to gain enlightenment in the journey. So it wasn't in vain per se, because you may have learned and grown through the process of that shift and change. And there was a lot of stuff happening on the inside that needed to get like metamorphosized or transmuted, right? Or healed. So you then could receive your blessings with the King of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you had to go through the change first, the shift first. You had to experience those waves and heal and gain that enlightenment of the hangman underneath the surface. It was part of the spiritual journey or growth, perhaps. So I feel like things are going to calm down. They're going to get to a more secure and safe place. And now that you've undergone that journey, all right, all that crazy fluctuation and shift, you're healing from all that. And now what's improving is that you're reaching a place of security, stability, well-being, and major physical upgrades, right? Because let's not forget that the pentacles speak of earthly things, material things. So there's a lot improving and upgrading in your overall physical experience with the King of Pentacles. And you can feel a lot safer and more secure in the journey, what you're doing, right? Things are a little bit more reliable and sturdy and steadfast now. I'm glad I grabbed other cards, because to me the Two of Pentacles energy was kind of like leaving it open-ended in a sense, right? It would have left it open-ended had we not gotten another card. And I'm glad I also looked underneath the deck too, because it's also telling me that, again, things were held up as you were undergoing a lot of these shifts and changes, right? But at the same time, the hangman is saying that, yeah, your blessings aren't going to be held up much longer. Finally, it's like, it kind of feels like you're being cut free. Oddly enough, there is a Knight of Swords here, and the sword can cut you down from that tree, right? So it kind of feels like you're being cut free to receive your blessings now. So I want to see what this card says. Curious. Yeah. What? Okay. Endurance. What? Hold on. You can do this. Yeah. Yeah. The hangman, oddly enough, is holding on, right? And maybe that's what it's been. It's been a long ride. Whoa. Let me go backward. Hold up. Didn't I mention roller coaster, right? I mentioned the roller coaster. And sometimes you do got to hold on, right? You got to hold on tight. It says cactus flower endurance. Hold on. You can do this. Right? You've been holding on, trying to get through. Okay? Yeah. That's crazy. I'm a little mind blown right now. So, yeah, you have been holding on for dear life. It's been a ride, it feels like. But that ride is going to eventually come to slow down. It's going to slow down. It's going to come to a stop, right? The King of Pentacles is bringing it to a stop. That roller coaster ride is going to be over. All right? But if you could just get through it, right? This last little bit here. All right? You have the endurance, the stamina. What they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? This is one of those readings. And especially if you're Scorpio. Yeah. You know about that better than anybody, right? You have stamina to get through a lot of tough things, and I know this personally. So yeah, that makes sense. And cactuses are a little prickly, right? Life can be abrasive sometimes, but this is saying you can get through it, even through those wild abrasive moments that life and the roller coasters that life takes you on. Sometimes the fluctuations that it puts you on, the changes that it makes you undergo, You know, all of that is healing. So you can, right? You can now chill, rest, relax, bask in your blessings over here with the King of Pentacles energy. Absolutely. Whoa, okay. I didn't even get a chance. But look. Endings and beginnings. With Kali. The old must be released so the new can enter. Yes, and I feel that part of the new, right? This is the ending over here, ending and beginning with the Death card. Part of the new and the beginning of new things, right, is this King of Pentacles. You've been holding on, waiting for your moment, right, to get out of this shift into a place of more stability, comfort, and security with the King of Pentacles. You have undergone your changes over here with the Lotus energy, because that talks about transmutation. It talks about working your way through the shadow, the muck, the mud, right? Because lotuses are grown from mud. In order to, you know, they work their way through the mud and through the murky waters in order to reach the surface of the water to access the sun, to gain enlightenment. Hangman is a card of enlightenment. So this change of transformation, this difficult cycle, this tumultuous cycle that you've been through wasn't in vain. It was actually part of your spiritual growth, and it was helping you to transmute a lot of stuff that you had going on in your shadow. You were working your way through the shadow so then you can access your enlightenment, access your clarity, access your sun, your success, right? King of Pentacles, your stability, your well-being, your good health, your vitality, right? Your comfort, your stability, your inner sense of self and stability. It made you stronger. It helped with the cactus flower. I'm going to go so far as to say that it helped you put up your defenses, right? Towards life. Built your armor. It helped you build your armor. Not that you needed more, but you know what I'm saying? Especially if you've been through it. But yeah, you've been releasing the old so you can now move towards the new. And this new life is more stable and secure and more comfortable. Not so up and down all the dang time. Not so unpredictable anymore. So that's what's healing and improving. Life is going to be a lot more stable and secure, less unpredictable. You're getting out of those fluctuations finally, and you're putting them behind you. All right, so this is your reading. Expect new things, new blessings now that this is out of the way. King of Pentacles is bringing you your blessings of abundance and prosperity and all good things. He's surrounded by beautiful things. He's surrounded by luxury, upgrades, right? In his physical surroundings, and you deserve those blessings. You deserve that comfort of mind, body, heart, and spirit as well. And we're meant to be blessed on all levels, not just, right? Not just materially. We're meant to be blessed spiritually, emotionally, right? Physically, all levels. Materially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. We're meant to be blessed on all levels and not lacking in anything. And that King of Pentacles is telling me that you're moving in the direction of blessings on all levels. Okay, so I will leave you here, pile number 4. This is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. You want to take a step further to support what I do, visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things there that I make by hand on my free time, including crystal jewelry. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.